All right, all right, all right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Early Morning Crypto Talk. Bitcoin Brandon from Los Angeles, California. Type in the chat box where you're listening in from. Let me know if my microphone is working right. I forgot to reboot my computer, and things seem to be moving slow this morning. So just let me know if everything's coming through clean. All right, all right. Let's see. As a disclaimer, I'm not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I read the news, give my opinion, share suggestion, and it is up to you to make your own informed, intelligent decision on which direction you want to move into. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Brandon Ivy from Los Angeles, California. I am the CEO and founder of Ivy League Crypto Academy. This month is our 1 year in business, 1 year old, and we had a great year in 2022, and we expect it to be even more explosive in 2023. And the year seems to be starting off just right. two of our projects, we're about to have a very, very big week. We just launched 3 new crypto courses with DeFi, NFTs, and Metaverse. Those of you that are founding members already have access to those courses. Those who do not, I will have a link probably by Monday where you'll be able to purchase those courses. We've already did 2 live trainings earlier this week on DeFi and Metaverse. We just finished our 5-day challenge, the first one of 2023, that we covered NFTs and Metaverse, and we're gearing up for our next 5-day challenge, which is on February 6th. So in honor of Black History Month, we are going to be doing an all Morehouse panelists. So we're going to have not only myself, but you have Dr. Byron Nelson that will be up. You will also have Professor Oscar Sistrunk from Morehouse College. And I just secured another panelist. He is a 7-figure earner from Morehouse in the crypto space as well, and an book author, Eric Guthrie. I am Miss Casa. What was the title of his book again? If you let me know that. But he's written his own book on blockchain technology as well. And so we'll have a couple of more Morehouse alumni that will be sharing in February. And I knew somebody that'll say there's no sound. Everybody else can hear me. Well, somebody says there's no sound. So I want to see, we've got Mr. Van Hairston on, Neil Brooks from Richmond, Virginia, Marnita Casa from Colorado, Melanie Davis from Chicago, Melissa from the UK, Sue Williams from Utah, Adolph Hayes. Let's see, Janelle Apley from Colorado. My man, Peter Blackwell. Hey, you guys get to see Peter. Peter always calls me when I'm on the Crypto Talk. Now you guys see him on the Crypto Talk. Welcome, Peter. Kevin Strausser. Hey, Kevin, right after this Crypto Talk, we will get on Zoom so that we can get you signed up with your $1,000 pack in Starvara. Let's see, Mike Nowalski from Jersey. That's right. Oh, Mike brought you in too. All right, Mike. Brenda Green from Oregon, Elijah Morgan, Sherry Sullivan. Let's see those. Well, we're streaming in multiple places from YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. So welcome everybody. Now, we've been at a busy 2 weeks. I haven't really been able to really just dive in the news of crypto. And the market has been moving the last 2 days extensively, which is why I'm like, come on, freaking Nugent. I would have made like $120,000. Anyways, let's share screen and let's get into some of the news. Share screen. All right, share screen. You guys see my screen now? Oh yeah, that's my Nugent side. That just makes me feel good. I like looking at that. And that's almost $1 million right there. That makes me feel good. All right, let's look at CoinGecko. What's going on in the market today? Good morning, Chris Shield and Margaretta. All right, what's going on in the market? Wow. We have crossed back past the $1 trillion mark. We are up 7.5%. in the last 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance is at 39.4%. Ethereum is at 18.1. Thank you, Ms. Casa. Yeah. Mr. Guthrie's book is Blockchain or Die. Learn to profit from cryptocurrencies and blockchains. Yeah, he will be a panelist. So I'm excited about that. Okay. Bitcoin dominance. Oh, so Bitcoin had a run. Look at this. Remember, just a few days ago, it was at 37%. Now it's at 39.4%. So a lot of this new money went into Bitcoin and Ethereum. Ethereum was at the low 17% range. Now it's at 18.1. So we expect these two to have a bump, but with 7.5% new money coming in, that was an extra 60 billion since Thursday, the last crypto talk I did. 60 billion came into the market. It was at 955 billion. And wow, Bitcoin 20,700. So I see that little, so it touched over 21,000. We are back at the same levels before FTX collapse. Okay. We are back at the same levels before the FTX collapse. The markets recovered that loss. Bitcoin is up 22.5% on the week. Ethereum 20%. See, man, this is what I'm talking about. You know, I got a dream mode. Okay, is it okay to dream mode just for 1 second here? I want to dream mode for just 1 second. I'm going to dream mode on Nugent. It's just 1 second here. 570,585 times $1.33, 758,000. And had it gone up by Ethereum, price went up by 20%. I'm gonna do my math right. Oops. 758878. I would have made an extra $115,000. Huh. I have to. Are you sure about that, Martha? I think total balance is plus the claimable and stake reward. That's why it's called total balance. I thought this is part of this balance. If I'm not right, then that's an extra what, 35K? Yeah, but come on, Nugent. That's an extra $115,000 we would have made in 24 hours. All right, dream mode's off on that. So let's see what else is happening here. Ethereum's up 20% on the freaking week. BNB is up 5.4%, 24. Oh, this is Saturday, so since this is public, I got to look at by the week. So BNB is up 17% on the week. Ripple's up 14.2% on the week. Cardano's 26.1. Doge is 19.6. Matic is 23. Solana's a 65.1. You know, I need to go look at my crypto.com wallet there. This is the wallet we use in our inner circle. Just quick check. I want to see how has that fared. Oh yeah, that's that popped up. Interesting. Solana's on here, 33%. Alethea Artificial Liquid Intelligence is up 62%. Any bigger one? Helium is up 24%. Tectonic 10%. Filecoin 11%. Okay, I'll start paying attention more to that wallet. Polkadot 30%. Avalanche 44%. On the week, ApeCoin 28, Near Protocol 40, Lido DAO 41. So who are the best performers in the past 7 days? Gala? Really? I'm going to dream mode this one out. So we're going to begin. That's what we'll call today's dream mode day. Those of you on the New Gen project, let me show you what happened to those people that were in the Gala project. You guys already probably walked off his job, and a lot of you on here probably made a lot of money off of Gala. So by the time Gala hit CoinGecko, the price was 0.00013 2 years ago. So let's dream mode this. Let's say you bought a node for $500, right? And you ended up getting having $1,000 worth of Gala tokens itself from the node. So let's say $1,000 at 0.00013,475. You would have had 7.4 million tokens, okay? 2 years ago. And let's say you just held on to that. You just held on to it for 2 years. At today's price, 5 cents, your $1,000 would have grown to $371,000. This is how people change their lives overnight. But that's not what people sold at. Let's dream mode this again. Let me do it again now. Let me show you what really happened here. So you got $1,000 worth of Gala at 0.00013,475. Oops. I need to divide that. 0.00013,475. You would have 7.4 million tokens. But look at how high it got just 1 year later. 82 cents. Let's say you sold it then. Or what was the value if you had at that time at 82 cents? Your $1,000 would have been worth $6 million. This is not fake. This is not hope. This is what happened. So then you go to New Gen. Why is it that people are about to make a lot of money off of that? Same concept. So I see Gala is still on the rise. It's up 18% at 5 cents. So Gala has had the biggest week gain. And then Aptos, 92.8. Decentraland, 84.2. You know what I have not done in a long, well, maybe a couple weeks. I need to pull up LBank. And I hear that there were some issues. People couldn't log into LBank. And said I was not going to do anything with this until this year. After the 5-day challenge was over, I need to knock out. Well, what's going on here? LBank acting funny. All right, I'll play with that later. Okay, back. Yeah, I'll come back to that one. LBank. See what our accounts are doing there. Okay, Gala, Aptos, Decentraland, Solana. Wow, all of these did very well. The worst, any tokens that did not in the last week? No. Only stable coins. Dorothy, they updated their site. All right, I'll do that later. Yeah, it's only the stable. No token had a bad week. None, as far as the top 100. It is all green this week. Let's take a look at the news as to why. What can we spot? I haven't really looked at the news in a minute. We've been doing special. Quant analyst Plan B says Bitcoin bottom is in. BTC to explode. up to 4,689%. Here, yeah, I need to know this timeline. And Nugent needs to put a hot foot onto it because there's things we could be doing. I'm going to flip that. Quantitative analyst Plan B is doubling down on his prediction that Bitcoin could meteorically ascend in the next bull market. Plan B tells his 1.8 million Twitter followers that he believes Bitcoin bottomed out at 15,500 back in November of 2022, and short-term holders are now in profit territory, a traditionally bullish signal. I remember in beginning of December a prediction being made that we're going to have at least one little short run up to 21, 22K before it tanks. So is this that run? We'll see. Let's see what if others are saying the same thing. The quant analyst also says that he sees the flagship crypto assets soaring above 30,000. Really? Around 2024 halving. Okay, now you're talking my timeline here. Around the 2024 halving prior to a parabolic surge. Hey, this is what I said. After the halving takes place, about 6 to 8 months, we're going to see Bitcoin go over $100,000. My 2 cents on Bitcoin price. November 2022 low of 15,500 was the bottom. Bitcoin has crossed short-term holders and will rise into 2024 halving and subsequent 2025 bull market. Several on-chain signals confirm STH signal. 2024 halving will be greater than 32,000. I said the same thing. See this? 2025 bull market over 100,000. So I'm not worried about anything in between here. Wait, Leonard, you're telling me the Fin coin, after all of this rally, Fin dropped to $3? Everybody's going up, but Fin dropped to $3? Okay. Bitcoin is trading at $20,878 at time of writing, up over 11% in the last 24 hours. According to the quant analyst, the upcoming bull market will have a wide range, and it could see the flagship crypto asset go up to 1 million, an increase of about 4,689% from current prices. Really? And when will it hit this 1 million mark? In fact, I think the bull market range will be 100,000 to 1 million, but many people don't understand the wide margins or the volatility that creates them. So I pinned it at the indeed comfortable $100,000. Can you imagine if you got your hands on 10 Bitcoin? 10 Bitcoin and you just forgot you had it. And it goes up to $1 million a coin. That's for your family. Then you set up a trust for that. Family will never go broke. Should Bitcoin peak at the low end of the range, it still represents a nearly 380% increase for the king crypto. So we have a short window of opportunity. And that window is between now and March of 2024. We got about 14 months. In that 14 months, my suggestion to you for long-term thinkers, don't worry about what the price of Bitcoin will be. Anywhere between now and the next 14 months, it doesn't matter. Even if it goes down to $5,000 a coin, don't worry about it. We're looking at the second half, fourth quarter 2024 and 2025 going into that. Because that's where you're going to see this thing explode. And it's not just going to be Bitcoin. What did Professor Sistrunk say? That he's more on Ethereum than he is on Bitcoin. Imagine Ethereum going $20,000 a coin. You're going to get a bigger profit than you would on Bitcoin. Let me give you an example. Let's dream mode this out. Let's say Ethereum's at $1,500. This is killing me because this was at $1,200 just the other day. This is why I'm saying I want Nugent to move, because they're swapping us in Ethereum, and it already went up 20%. So Ethereum's all-time high is 4,000. What's the exact number? So I'm gonna big time dream mode this. 4,800. Let's say you put $100,000 on Ethereum. And Mr. Blackwell, pay attention to what I'm about to say here. This is long term. Put $100,000 on Ethereum. At today's price, 1526. You got 65.5 Ethereum. All right. It just goes back to its all-time high. 65.53. 4878. Your 100,000 just grew to $319,000. What happens though? 65.53. I say this is going to go to 20,000 when Bitcoin explodes past 100,000 times 20,000 a coin. Now we're at 1.3 million. So we can flip that 100,000 into 1.3 million. I think Ethereum's all-time high is going to end up actually going to 40,000 a coin. That's just my opinion. I'm not guaranteeing that. It may be in the next 5 years. So then I would flip that 100,000 into about 2.6 million in the next 5 years. We're just thinking about what to do with some money. That's all I'm saying. All right. Next we got, see here, what is else he's saying? All right. What's the next one? Top crypto analyst says Bitcoin mirroring 2019 pattern that preceded massive 240% rally. Here are his targets. A popular crypto strategist says that the current Bitcoin rally is mirroring a pattern that preceded the eruption 2019. Analyst Smart Contractor tells his 218,000 Twitter followers that Bitcoin is likely to dominate the crypto markets in a repeat performance of its 2009 burst. Okay, so here's something else from experience. This cat's got 218,000 followers. You got other crypto experts out there with huge followers like this. When they say something like this, their followers are going to immediately run to their crypto wallets and buy more Bitcoin because they want to ride this wave. That creates an almost false rise in the price, and it can get into overbought territory. So you got to be careful about following the crowd. The time to buy was last week. All right, when everybody was, oh, Bitcoin's going down. Bitcoin finally broke its $18,400 horizontal highs. Bitcoin dominance going on run, and most conditioned to be all in alts. Definitely starting to feel more and more like an April 2019 moment every day. April. Well, yeah, we're here right now. Bitcoin to the US dollar. Three ups. Okay. Bitcoin opened in April 2019 at $4,100 and ended in June 2019 having hit 13,000, a 240% gain. Smart contractors charts also include the Bitcoin Dominance Index. It tracks how much of the total crypto market cap belongs to Bitcoin. We know that. That's when we went over how to read the charts earlier this week. 39.4%. This actually needs to see a full crypto bull run. This actually needs to be down at about the 30 to 32% range. So this is not a bull run that you see right now. This is a flash, not a bull run. We'll see where this levels off and if it maintains or if it starts to come back down. In a strategy session video update, the analyst says that for now, traders should keep a close watch on Bitcoin. I do believe Bitcoin is going to outperform the alts. Bitcoin dominance looks like it's having a nice strong bounce here. I think this is a fairly significant move on Bitcoin dominance. It's obviously still in an uptrend. So I do think Bitcoin dominance is going to outperform. Now that we've got confirmation, in my opinion, that Bitcoin is going to go higher, I think it's going to be time to focus on Bitcoin and not the alts. Well, I have one wrinkle in this, and it is actually a savior. The reason why you saw a lot of companies in crypto go out of business last year, from Terra Luna, Alameda, Voyager, FTX, a lot of exchanges, was the entire market was depressed and it just kept pushing down. And if you're in the business of lending money out, DeFi stuff, and trying to guarantee returns and that kind of thing, and the market keeps doing this, there's no relief on your short-term bets. So it just bled dry these companies. Now with the market starting to turn around right now you're going to start having some relief come in. So who's on the bubble was freaking Binance. Bled what, $12 billion in the last month or so? But now with the market starting to come back up, that's going to help them a bit for the short term to close out some of their short-term things. But all we are right now is where we were before FTX went down. Okay, so don't get it twisted that something great has happened. We just recovered what was already lost. And we're still, we need to get to at least to 28,000. So we're still in that depressed. So you got to put your mindset back. Pull the microscope back just a bit. See the big picture here. But will that be short term? Because what's scaring me in crypto right now is Binance and Tether. Those two take a hit and go down. You're going to see Bitcoin below $5,000 a coin, short term. The entire market is going to, boom, go down like that. And a lot of people are going to lose a lot of money. You think people will learn? Who is still putting all their crypto on exchanges? You think people will learn about that? Okay. All right, next one. Bitcoin touches $21,000, shattering historic line of resistance and erasing the FTX gap. See, did I tell you that? It erased the FTX gap. Bitcoin has touched the $21,000 mark, testing a range that erases the damage done to Bitcoin's price by alleged fraudster and FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried. The 11 minutes in the last 20 hours, traded at 20,900 at time of publishing. Bitcoin's rise has triggered a broad surge in the overall crypto markets. Ethereum is currently at 1,500, up 6% in the last 24 hours. Bitcoin erased through the 20,000 mark, a historic and psychologically significant price point in a matter of minutes. Yeah, that was FOMO right there. That was FOMO. How it worked at the whales that did some big purchases, and the bots followed suit, and then it triggered everybody else to follow the bots. That number is the virtual top of Bitcoin's 2017 bull run, and Bitcoin's plunge below that previous all-time high in November was unprecedented. The plunge was triggered by the collapse of FTX, which was allegedly engaged in criminal misuse of customer funds. Authorities now accuse Bankman-Fried of committing one of the biggest financial frauds in U.S. history. Bankman-Fried has pleaded not guilty and faces up to 115 years in prison for conspiracy to commit wire fraud on customers. wire fraud on conspiracy to commit wire fraud on lenders, and conspiracy to commit commodities fraud and securities fraud, and commit money laundering, and conspiracy to violate U.S. campaign finance laws. All right. Speaking of Sam Bankman-Fried, from Bernie Madoff to Bankman-Fried, Bitcoin maximalists have been validated. The parallels between Sam Bankman-Fried and Bernie Madoff are ample. On the bright side, both men highlighted the fact that Bitcoin maximalists are immune to Ponzi schemes. Ooh, Peter Blackwell, if you're still listening, shoot me a message. Did you solve that problem you were looking at yesterday with the sign-up process in Starvara? Let me know, because I'm about to help somebody get in on the $1,000, and I haven't done with the new system yet. So let me know that. Shoot me a message. So the parallels between Sam Bankman-Fried and Bernie Madoff are ample. Long before Bitcoin, Bernie Madoff sat atop the longest running, largest fraud in history. Now, let me ask you guys this question. This is for the crypto critics who think that because of what Sam Bankman-Fried did, that the entire crypto market is corrupt. Because of what Bernie Madoff did, should we shut down the entire stock market and trading and Wall Street and hedge funds? Should all of that be shut down? I don't know who that is. Facebook user. I have not been able to do my payment either. Any advice? Not sure how. Yeah, you got I don't know who you are, but I might invite you to the Zoom so I can look at it at the same time, and then I know what questions to ask. So the rise and real-time fall of Sam Bankman-Fried, I'm just going to call him SBF, former CEO of crypto exchange FTX. All right, Anita, stand by, Anita. Were expedited in comparison. While the similarities are profound, the storyline is not. Create organizations under false pretenses, develop relationships with people in authority positions, defraud clients, survive as long as possible, and try not to get caught. Madoff advisors experienced a liquidity problem in 2008, around late November into early December, where the fund was unable to meet client redemption requests. On its surface, the fourth quarter timing of the Madoff collapse more than a decade ago appears eerily similar to FTX's 2022 implosion. Bitcoiners who hold their keys will never experience a liquidity problem, as their Bitcoin isn't being used to leverage anything else. It is the hardest money around as long as it stays in the custody of its rightful owner. That part right there. As long as it stays in the custody. This is why crypto education is important. When I do it's time this month, I got to do the crypto storm is coming again. I didn't do it last month. And one of the main reasons why people is going to lose most, if not all, of their crypto is because they don't know how to keep it safe. Even near the collapse, Madoff had planned to pay out $173 million in early bonuses to family and friends. Hey, am I your cousin? I got a gang of cousins out there. We might be related some kind of way. 173 million to friends and family. Madoff. When questioned by his sons on December 9th, 2008, his sons questioned him, Madoff confessed to the massive fraud. The numbers in many instances are fractions of the fraud FTX is accused of. Bitcoin maximalists continue to remind their communities that yield, third-party custodians, and humans cannot be trusted. Satoshi Nakamoto's white paper endures. Madoff's sons communicated almost immediately with an attorney who advised them to contact federal authorities. Madoff was arrested on December 11th, one day after federal agencies were made aware of the fraud. On November 8th, Binance CEO CZ announced on Twitter that he tentatively intended to purchase FTX, but he quickly reversed the decision, and a liquidity problem ensued at FTX. Bitcoin maximalists either watched idly, shaking their heads in disbelief, knowing it was a matter of time, or simply went on with their lives. Many maximalists might very well have been a part of Mt. Gox, which held approximately 80% of all Bitcoin in circulation at the time it was breached. The wake-up call is an unfortunate initiation ritual for some Bitcoiners. Really? Not if you go through education, you would have known that. FTX will mint many new Bitcoin maximalists. In December, SBF was arrested in the Bahamas, as authorities and researchers were confident that correlations will be immediately identified and explored in regard to the timing of Madoff's arrest on December 11, 2008. As SBF faces extradition to the United States based upon the treaty between the United States and the Bahamas, he faces sentence terms that may mirror Madoff's, who faced a 150-year prison sentence for an arsenal of convictions. Those convictions included 40 years for wow. I'm not going to read all this. He got 40, 20, 20, 20, 20, 10. Yeah, he ain't ever coming out. Is he still alive or did he die already? Bernie Madoff. To provide some perspective, the longest sentences for recent financial fraud include, in order, Shalom Weiss, 845 years. Norman Smith, 330 years. Bernie Madoff, 150 years. Frederick Brandow, 55 years. And a tie for fifth place between Charles Lewis, Eduardo Masferrer, Shalana McFarland. He's in Club Fed, huh? He ain't doing hard time. That's where Donald Trump's guy is about to go. But I think he only has to spend 5 months in jail. Oh, he died last year? Okay. Based on the limited release documents at the time of publication, SBF may have his name included in the top 5 lists listed above, even potentially at or near the top. That would be, I don't think SBF is going to make it out alive. I think what saved him was they allowed him bail with an ankle monitor and to go live in his parents' mansion. But he posted, was a $250 million bail? Because if he went to jail, he would have ended up like Epstein. Is that his name right? Let's see. Madoff's prisoner number was 61727. Note that these oddly hyphenated 8 digits weren't representative of an account number, an SEC filing record, or some secretive financial code. The numbers were Madoff's former inmate number at Federal Correctional Complex Butner. If and or when the time comes, SBF may be remembered by a similar numeric value instead of a cheeky 3-letter moniker SBF. Time will tell. Remember, Madoff pleaded guilty and still received 150 years, eventually dying while in custody. Bitcoin greater than bribes. Let's be clear. Not your keys, not your coins. Let me say that again. For those of you that are about to come into some money, put it where you control the coins. Our community already knows this. Stop giving your hard-earned money in Bitcoin to trusted third parties. Whether or not SBF spends a day in prison or multiple lifetimes, the future of SBF means nothing to Bitcoin maximalists. In truth, if SBF walks free, the event will only confirm a greater Ponzi scheme that Bitcoiners are well aware of. Bitcoin maximalists continue to preach, and events such as the collapse of FTX, among numerous other exchanges, are dire reminders of Nakamoto's words that kicked off the introduction of Bitcoin's white paper. Commerce on the internet has come to rely almost exclusively on financial institutions serving as trusted third parties. While the system works well enough for most transactions, it still suffers from the inherent weaknesses of the trust-based model. There were and continue to be many lessons to be learned when examining the greed, lack of empathy, and overall corruption humans have witnessed throughout history. And as events of this magnitude unfold, at the heart of every failure is trust, or a lack thereof. Bitcoin's proof of work model, including but not limited to how transactions occur, timestamps are recorded, hash rates adjust, the network broadcast nodes, incentives are rewarded, verification occurs, and privacy is encoded, is the solution many Bitcoiners have come to take comfort in. The trust lies in the protocol rather than in individuals. Time and again, a broken word and unscrupulous actors make the case for a trustless system. No matter how well regulated, designed, or engineered future financial systems, exchanges, or cryptocurrencies claim to be, they all have the same failure point: human nature and greed. This goes for every industry. So, crypto, see, I told you it's a Ponzi scheme. No. Human nature and greed is what caused it. Bitcoiners realize this, and as many more become aware of financial fraud, whether impacted directly or indirectly, Bitcoin continues to emerge as the most obvious solution. SBF may teach a new generation of investors the same hard lesson learned by their parents. When something is too good to be true, it often is. The failure of FTX is not a surprise, nor are the potential connections between SBF and high-ranking officials. The fact that punishments may not fit the crime shouldn't come as a surprise either. In truth, maximalists realize that Bitcoin will be around long after the SBF dust has settled. That's why I said Bitcoin was here before FTX, and it'll be here after FTX. Same thing. I personally, I do not think Binance will survive. That's just my take. I don't trust it. In truth, maximalists realize that Bitcoin will be around long after SBF has settled. All right. Still on FTX. FTX donations to early COVID-19 researchers raise questions of propaganda tied to pandemic prevention. While the former CEO of FTX SBF awaits his trial at the end of the year, he gets to chill in a mansion in California for the rest of the year. Reports indicate that the company donated millions of dollars to early COVID-19 researchers. The research was reportedly used to cast doubt on specific treatments, such as the use of ivermectin and hydroxychloroquine. Oh, here we go. This is going to be politicized. Here we go. There are several reports claiming that SBF, the co-founder of the now defunct crypto exchange FTX, helped fund causes related to pandemic prevention. During the first week of 2023, reports revealed that SBF met with senior Biden administration officials before he was arrested for fraud. When questioned about the meetings, White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre told the press that the meetings involved discussions about pandemic prevention in 2023. Wait. When did he? Before he got arrested. So we're talking about September, October last year. Much of the news regarding SBF's donations to pandemic prevention follows a variety of reports that show COVID-19 lockdowns had a negative impact on the global economy. Papers that suggest ivermectin has demonstrated therapeutic benefits in COVID-19 infections, and that hydroxychloroquine is effective against COVID-19 when administered early. Additionally, many people have expressed skepticism about the COVID-19 mRNA vaccine, and there have been calls to remove it from the market due to safety concerns. Meanwhile, a number of reports indicate that FTX was funding a significant amount of pandemic-related propaganda during the early days of the pandemic. SBF's brother, Gabe Bankman-Fried, was the director of Guarding Against Pandemics, and reports note that FTX fueled the organization with fresh cash. See, I always skeptical as all hell when you got billionaires in the tech space all of a sudden got their hands in medical stuff like Bill Gates. What the hell is Bill Gates an expert in vaccines? What are they really up to? Why is SBF all over this? Or according to the Washington Post, the organization spent $1 million to lobby Congress and hired 26 lobbyists. The brothers tried hard to keep congressional attention on biodefense. Why? Luciana Borio, a senior fellow for global health at the Council on Foreign Relations and an infectious disease expert, told the Washington Post. Reports further indicate that allegedly, FTX and its donating arm, the FTX Foundation, doesn't that sound like the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation? Funneled $18.25 million to early COVID-19 research, who wrote specific papers meant to cast doubt on certain COVID-19 treatments. A press release published on May 16th states that the FTX Foundation gave millions to the Together trial. According to the press statement, Together is a consortium that includes representatives from the World Health Organization, Clinical Guidance Committee on COVID-19 Therapeutics. A report from themainwire.com shows that the Together trial research included 2 studies that were used to discredit the use of hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin. Together trials research included a study that found ivermectin's benefits for patients suffering from COVID-19 were unclear, and a study that concluded hydroxychloroquine did not show any benefit in decreasing hospitalizations. The Mainwire.com contributor Steve Robinson wrote, as time progresses, many people are of the opinion that pandemic prevention measures have not been effective and may have caused more harm than good. FTX's alleged funding towards research that aimed to cast doubt on specific COVID-19 treatments follows accusations that a Pfizer board member, Dr. Scott Gottlieb, reportedly lobbied Twitter to censor posts that said natural immunity is superior to the COVID-19 mRNA vaccine. Most of the social media censorship and academic discrediting stemming from researchers paid to push COVID-19 propaganda has caused a significant amount of confusion over the last 2 years. While the now bankrupt FTX was once a top 5 crypto asset exchange, the company's foundation also promoted unfounded and ineffective pandemic measures that may have caused a significant amount of harm to the general population. This rabbit hole continues to get deeper and deeper. Whoa. Bill Gates props up AI against metaverse and Web3 tech. Just curious. But I have a feeling SBF is a pawn. There are more powers that be that is the puppet master, and he's a little pawn. I do not believe he will see a day in court. I will be shocked if they allow him to get that far, because he can spill the tea. He's going to start naming names. We're going to start seeing deeper into what he was doing, who he was backing, Democrats, Republicans, whatever, messing around with the medical field. This is going to get nasty, and I don't think he's going to make it. They got to shut his ass up real quick. All right. I'm going to save this one for later. I just saw this. Bill Gates props up AI against metaverse and Web3. Bill Gates, a co-founder of Microsoft, has given his opinion about the relevance of Web3, metaverse, and AI, a set of technologies in development today. Gates stated that AI was the big revolutionary technology that is comparable to what the internet was in the year 2000. You guys see that? Now, Bill Gates says something like this. Don't you think we need to pay attention? Because he said the same thing in the 90s about email and the internet, and Dave Letterman and everybody else laughed at him. Now he says AI is the big revolutionary technology. Now, I have a course on, did I shut it down? Oh, I closed it up. Did I? No, let me see here. Yeah, the metaverse courses. I got it. Microsoft. Yeah, Microsoft and the metaverse. So let's not get it twisted. Bill Gates is all over the metaverse. And if I remember correctly, yeah, he was talking about AI in that lesson. How long is this? Okay, this is just real quick. Bill Gates, one of the co-founders of software behemoth Microsoft, has issued his opinion when it comes to the state and relevance of several emergent technologies being developed today. In a recent Reddit AMA, Gates showed a preference for artificial intelligence over other alternatives such as Web3 and the metaverse. Well, first of all, they're not in competition with each other. AI is what's fueling Web3 and metaverse. It's not one or the other. When asked about the relevance of this set of technologies being developed and the similarities these shared with the internet during its early days, Gates stated, AI is the big one. I don't think Web3 was that big or that metaverse stuff. Okay, there we go. Alone was revolutionary, but AI is quite revolutionary. Oh, he's setting it up. You got to read between the lines here. I know what he's saying. Go get my courses and look at this one, Microsoft and the metaverse. When billionaires speak, you got to always wonder why. Why are they speaking on this topic at this point? Because yet they know whenever they say something, it can move markets. It can move their stock prices up or down. Talk to Elon Musk. He talks too much. So why is he saying this now? However, Gates stated that his occupations went in other directions, as he was more focused on innovations like helping pregnant women know if they need hospital assistance in advance using ultrasound tech and treating conditions like malnutrition and anemia. Stop it. Again, who the hell's Bill Gates? Is he a doctor? Does he have his PhD? Did he go to medical school? Why is he always tied to this stuff? Now he's interested in pregnant women? He's always been tied to population control. I would not trust. Well, is he going to come out with something for pregnant women? I wouldn't trust it. Microsoft and AI. Gates also gave his take directly on generative AI, a branch of intelligence that can create its own content rather than deriving it from other available networks. Gates declared, I am quite impressed with the rate of improvement in these AIs. I think they will have a huge impact. The billionaire has had a negative vision of crypto, warning in February 2021 that users with less money that Elon Musk should be careful about putting their funds in crypto, and explained it was based on the greater fool theory back in June. And this is again, he's flip-flopping. He said the truth in 2014. He said one thing, Bitcoin can't be stopped. Now he's sounding like Warren Buffett, saying one thing publicly, but creating the whole system behind the scenes. I would even go as far as to say, if I had to put a short list of who could be Satoshi Nakamoto, he's on that list. Bill Gates knows far more about crypto, blockchain technology, metaverse, artificial intelligence, virtual reality, augmented reality, Web3 than most people do, including myself, because he knows the numbers behind the scenes, the programming. I don't understand the programming outside of the basics, but he does. Don't listen to what they say, follow what they do. Says he has been more positive about the development of the metaverse. What technology do you think the metaverse is using? What is the difference between the metaverse and virtual reality? Blockchain. Predicting a digital meetings pivot from 2D images to 3D images, virtual spaces back in 2021. You don't need the metaverse for this. I had my Oculus set long before anything talking about metaverse, and he knows this too. So you gotta be careful with this. While Gates is no longer connected to Microsoft, as he abandoned the company back in 2020, Satya Nadella, the current CEO of the company, seems to share his train of thought. Microsoft is reportedly eyeing an investment of $10 billion in OpenAI, the company being behind the popular Chat GPT AI bot. Why all roads seem to be leading back to this? Now Site has announced they've got Chat GPT. I know about some other stuff that I am not allowed to speak on just yet. There's a reason why I've been quiet. I sip my tea on one. But look at this. Microsoft is eyeing it, $10 billion on that company. That would value the company at $29 billion. This move, which would allow Microsoft to have 49% of the shares of the company, is a signal of the significance that the organization assigns to the AI sector. So don't think that AI is separate from any of this. The very first blockchain expo I ever went to was in London. And it had a couple of key things to it. It wasn't just blockchain expo. It was blockchain, AI, VR, fintech, all in one. All right. All in one. AI is coming for our job by 2025. I've got a course about that. Let's see. Do I? Oh, yeah. Here we go. Artificial intelligence in the metaverse. Artificial intelligence in the metaverse. These metaverse courses are the bomb. I got to tell you guys. And this is only part one. I've got a whole another 15 lessons that won't be released till later this year about the metaverse. If you haven't gotten them, you want to get them. Okay, let me see this. What was this? Do I have time to go over this? How long is this? No, I'm going to save this one. This one's long. I'm going to save this. And it is NFTs, how to level up your knowledge of Web3 gaming. Blockchain technology is redefining the gaming industry and giving players an opportunity to own their digital identities and assets. Here's how to get started. And Bill Gates is all over this. So he's talking about, oh, I'm not looking at Web3, I'm looking at AI. He is all over this. All right. Saying one thing publicly and doing something else behind the scenes. Tonight, I'm going to be doing a special crypto talk. And I'm going to be covering metaverse stuff. You know what? I might go ahead and even cover this as well. We'll see how much time we have. But I wanted to do this information tonight about metaverse. Since we've got Starvara coming up, we got Nugenverse coming up. But the government enters the metaverse. And that's not this is not new. Even on my courses, which lesson is it? The metaverse, 2 billion jobs, blockchain, Crypto voxels, Decentraland Sandbox, cities. This one right here, cities and the metaverse. Talks about what the politicians are doing, getting ready for. Even Interpol enters the metaverse. So tonight, I'm going to cover this. Government enters the metaverse. Just in brief, the metaverse continuum is where many of today's emerging technologies are converging, including extended reality. I ran across that before, but it's ER. AI, artificial intelligence, blockchain, IoT, Internet of Things. Oh, we've got those courses as well. And that's, I mean, I released Internet of Things last year, and I only did training on it once. And I think a lot of people, even in the ILCA community, is sleeping on this one. Because I'm not going to be going through these courses for a while. Take the time to go through these. Welcome to the Internet of Things. What is the Internet of Things? Blockchain and the Internet of Things. IoT applications. IoT in the gaming industry. IoT in the cloud. IoT in the retail sector. Blockchain, AI, IoT expansion. How crypto and IoTs work together. The commercial adoption of IoT tech in the COVID era. IoT in the environment. Significance of blockchain in IoT. IoT importance in our everyday lives. Incredible blockchain IoT applications. IoT in healthcare. IoT in food. All of this is just showing the real world applications of what Web3 is going to be doing. Blockchain technology. You haven't gone through these. You want to do that. You want to get through this. But looking at this here, AI, blockchain, IoT, and more. This new frontier of technology will redefine how all enterprises will operate, including the federal government. And we're also still reading, I have not had the time to even finish this, Priority Policy Program. We've been reading this in our inner circle. Priority Policy Program for Realizing Digital Society. This is Japan's white paper for the digital society. And they want to be the first to do it. This is huge. The world is actively being shaped. Bold agencies can embrace these technologies now to set the standards and transform mission execution. That's what Japan is doing. Explore 4 building blocks of the metaverse continuum. I haven't heard of it stated that way. The metaverse continuum, with analysis from 20 plus experts and survey data from 200 US federal executives. How many times do I say blockchain technology is going to disrupt every single industry on the planet, and you don't have a choice? Your opinion is irrelevant. This is going to happen, and you will be involved. Only right now, you still can decide how you're going to be involved. But one way or another, you will be involved, either by your job, your bank, or your government. What about all three? You can't escape it. And this is telling you here right now. So I'm going to cover that tonight, this other article as well. I haven't read any of these yet, so I'm going to do it live tonight. Top federal use cases for the metaverse continuum? Are you kidding me? How long is this one? All right, that's not that long. I'm going to go through this tonight too. So we're going to look at these 3 things tonight. You know, how to level up your knowledge of Web3 gaming and the metaverse in governments. Government enters the metaverse. That will be at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific tonight. And it will be streamed live just like this. So people are like, how can I watch it? You know what? I will put a schedule on this, and I'm going to put a link if you want to use a link, but you'll be able to see it on Facebook Live just like you're doing it right now tonight. So that will be at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. tonight. So you guys can get a glimpse on how your lives are going to change. And most people out there don't even realize it yet. Oh, this came out in September 12th, 2022. Dang, it missed my radar. Huh. All right. So for now, Okay. Up tonight, I got that I'm going to do the crypto talk tonight. In 1 hour, 45 minutes, I got to hop on the WCL's presentation. By the way, in 1 week from now in Los Angeles, let me find that. One week from now, here we go. CEO of WCL, actually Orange County, January 21st. So there won't be a crypto talk on next Saturday because I will be here at the La Quinta in La Palma, California. Anybody in the LA area, you can come out, see me there as well. What am I? They got me speaking. All right. That'll be next Saturday. This Monday, we have a huge call about Starvara. So anybody a part of the Starvara project, you want to be a part of that. In a week and a half, our organization now is, and you guys don't want to be sleeping on this, because when the 16th happens, I put my foot on the gas again. Where are we at now? So you guys know where I am so far. We have 228 members on our team. I have now, let's see, referral downline. $24 personally enrolled. I'm going to kick that up in gear. And by the end of today, I should hit another rank. Now, I know you guys haven't seen any of the rankings yet. Yeah, I'm only less than 500 volume away from the next rank. You don't want to sleep on this. Found out last night that my sponsor is the #1 producer in the company so far. He's not playing. We're not playing about this. Starvara, what's next? Monday morning at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific is the next update call. Those of you that is in our Starvara community on Telegram, keep an eye. The link should be the same, but I will post the link when it's time too. Oh yeah, you guys can do your KYC as well. You can do your KYCs. So if you tried to do it before and it didn't go through, go back there and do it again. Kevin Strouser, I'm going to send you a link right now to hop on Zoom. I've got about 30 minutes before I got to go. And please understand, I have not done what you're doing. So I need to see how this process works. And because I know they're doing a lot of updates the last 48 hours and what doesn't work, and we know where to go to get it fixed. All right. And then tomorrow night, I will be doing an ILCA presentation on to be a promoter within ILCA and updates about ILCA itself. All right, everybody, that is it for this. That is it for our crypto talk for this morning. I hope you learned something new. As always, that is the point. I don't know, Facebook user, I'm ready to purchase, who that is. If that's you, Anita, I think Marnita said she just sent you a message, but you can talk to her and maybe you can hop on this Zoom as well. All right, take care, everybody. Bitcoin Brandon out. Bye-bye.